A lot of people think that I love bicycling. I enjoy bicycling, but I don't do this for the love of bicycling. It's a means to an end. I love traveling. I love seeing places. I love experiencing places. And for me, the most interesting way to experience Japan is by bicycle. This past year was my 5th major bicycle tour of Japan, and the 3rd in 3 years. It was definitely by far the longest in both distance and time that I've done. It was 3,000 kilometers, which is about 1,800 miles. It was a good long ride. I saw a lot of Japan. Started out at Camp Zama towards the end of September, headed across through the mountains, through the Japanese Alps, over to the Sea of Japan. It took me, I got to the Sea of Japan on the 3rd day. And then I started to work my way down the coast, which was really the challenging part of the ride. I didn't know what to expect. I had never really spent some time on the Japan seaside, but it turned out to be an extremely rocky and hilly coast. And I mean, just almost these vertical climbs up and then up and down, constantly all day long. So just really, really tiring, tough, but very scenic ride. The reason I decided to do the Japan Sea was that it was the one area of Japan I really hadn't been to at all. I had only been to 1 or 2 cities over on the West Coast. So it was the most unexplored place for me, and the place that I found that most Japanese as well as most Americans haven't been. I found very few Japanese that have ever been to that area. So it's sort of intriguing to me. I was kind of curious, because I really couldn't find anybody that could tell me about it. So I thought, it'd be worth checking out. And I sort of now understand why, because there's not a lot over there. Things like the Noto Peninsula or Noto Honto on the western part of Japan is really like going back in time, because first of all, I'm exaggerating, but it's like I didn't see anybody, it seemed like there was nobody that was under 100 years old. And these old people just work in the land as they've done all their lives. And that's what they do. That's it. It's just farming villages and fishing villages. That's pretty much the extent of the Noto Peninsula. And it really is amazing. I was there 20 years ago, and it really hasn't changed a lot. You know, these same people are just working the land and fishing in the village, making fishing nets by hand, and going out doing fishing. 何を売りますか？
私らはこんなカニ売りです。はい。
いいですね。毎日ですか？
毎日よ。
初めてね、輪島は私。
あ、本当。
いいですね。いいところ、すごいいいところです。
本当。
ね、すごい古い感じはすごい日本のらしいな感じですね。
あんたなかなか上手。どこの国ですか？
本当アメリカですけど、アメリカ。
アメリカですか？
ニューヨーク州。
本当。もう社会人もう。学生さんなんかの先生
いや私なんだっけ軍人じゃないけどでも軍の仕事です。神奈川で。
こっち今休憩取って楽しい旅してください。
ありがとうございます。
なんけ特殊の仕事しとるにね。
Although I just pick out a general direction, I don't pick out which cities to go to ahead of time. In fact, I didn't even really know a lot of the cities that I would be stopping at. Never heard of them. The city or little town of Obama, Japan turned out to be one of the nicest places that I actually went to. It was this beautiful beach community, and Obama actually means, the word Obama in Japanese actually means small beach. And it's just really small little beach town, and the people were just so nice. And one of the interesting things is, as you may expect, these people love Obama, our president. They are the biggest supporters. There's Obama banners all over Japan that say, yes we can, with his caricature. all over. And they literally, like kind of on Main Street in town, they have these all over, you know, like a lot of the shops have Obama pictures set up. And as I'm cruising through town looking for a place to stay, there's a shop that has a big picture of Obama, Yes We Can, and it's a Obama Japan souvenir shop. And basically most of the stuff they have is Obama type souvenirs with his, you know, caricature picture on it.
I love Obama です。私、オバマ派オバマで、知ってますか？オバマを勝手に応援する会。オバマを勝手に応援する会って言って、知らない？知らない？ああ、まあオバマ大統領、
はい、
プレゼントオバマと、
はい、
オバマシティ、はい、セームネームということで、そうですね、だから私たちの町はオバマ大統領を応援してます。はい、そうです。これはメンバーの T シャツ。いろいろありますよ。お箸。お箸も。
オバマ箸。
オバマの大統領の顔でお箸。オバマの箸。オバマ市はお箸が特産品です。とても有名ですね。これライターです。ライター。これミニタオル。これ上りなんかもありますよ。
のれん？
そうそう、お店の前に。ね、こういう。
What you see behind me is the atomic dome at Peace Park in Hiroshima. Now, after cycling almost 2,000 kilometers along the Japan Sea around the southern tip of Honshu, I've arrived at the city of Hiroshima. Although I've been here several times, it's the first time by bicycle, and it's always a very moving experience to see not only Peace Dome, but all that's here at Peace Park. Hiroshima is a very moving city. You can't go to Hiroshima and not be affected, for many reasons. It's a beautiful city, but it's a city, you know, going to Peace Park and seeing what's there and seeing the way they've preserved it. I've been there probably 4 or 5 times now, and each time it's an amazing place to see. It's a place that every person really needs to go to and see. And so that was really one of the wow moments, even just, like I said, for 2 reasons: for making it all the way to Hiroshima by bicycle, but also making it to such a historically significant place for all that, you know, for all that it stands for. As far as things I've achieved, I think that the things that I've achieved through cycling through Japan are really just knowledge. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about Japanese people. I've learned a lot about different places. And it may not sound like a lot, but you know, for me it is, because I've always said that the best classroom, you know, is travel. You can learn more through traveling than you can in the classroom. And even though it's confined to Japan, I've learned so much about Japanese people, Japanese culture, and Japanese geography by traveling.